Late night last night, gentlemen.
New self! In your mouth!
How good is it that we're in our first thing to be able to talk about it, though?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Before we get into all the Origin chat, though, I just wanted to bring to light a congratulations to one Patrick Tuipulotu.
Oh, Skip!
Re-signed with
Jinx,
New Zealand
1, 2, 3.
Rugby, NZR.
That would have been a nice little pay packet.
All the way through to 2028. So congratulations to a mutual friend of the show.
Fee, what'd you buy? What was the first thing Fee would have bought? Probably the Birkin, eh? She would have got something good. Shout out to our boy, though. It's good. They just have their second baby. Brand new house that they have as well, so it's nice that he's going to be home.
There's a bit going on over there.
It's a lot going on, man.
Love
Shout
it,
out to
though.
Patty Toops, bro.
Congrats,
We love you.
bro.
Hurricanes would have done with some good old Patty Toops as well, but we got him for 3 more years, lads. We got him for 3 more years.
Let's get into the show.
Play on.
Round 2.
My mate to the left here. One heck of a career you've had, man.
To be able to be in this space, announce my retirement.
Okay, let's go.
LeBron James, a shot in history.
But the Panthers have done it again. 4 premierships in a row.
A black wave pouring through Paris 2024. Back to black. New Zealand champions.
Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone!
6 of the best from Auckland FC.
We need a halfback.
I'm not playing.
I'm in, baby. I'm in.
Play on.
Sit down. Sit down. Don't get carried away now.
Come on, boys. We got to celebrate the wins when we can celebrate the wins.
What, one game?
One game, baby, is better than none.
Oh, good Lord. This is
Better
going to be
be-
an awful clip for socials when Queensland win the next 2. Oh, true?
Come on now, don't have that. Come on now, don't have that sort of
Who
ego
knows?
for my team, baby.
Who knows, mate? We might have just spoken that into an existence.
New South, baby. We're on the board, baby. We're on the board. Anyway, we are back for another show. We got a big show for you as well. Shout out to our sponsors as well. Shout out to Betcha. Bet it out with Betcha. Frank.
Yeah, Frank Energy, all the rest of it.
And a shout out to Gatorade Sweat. Embrace it, replace it.
Man, boys.
Can we just straight into it, boys? Like, what do we got coming up, Martel? Just let us know. I just can't entertain this
Why,
after one
brother?
game for much longer, all right?
Why, brother?
It's one game, lad.
It's a good game, though.
All right.
I got to enjoy the wins while I enjoy the wins. You know what I'm
Was it a
saying?
good game? Let's just quickly run down. We've got our one of our finals. It is our sports matchup with Betcha, our Betcha Match Ups. That's coming up during the show. We
might
have
flip
a
that on its head, by the way.
Shaun Hub Origin breakdown.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then also a Frank Blind'em. So Blind Frankham. This is going to be fun. Big conversation around who should be All Black captain. Who would be your pick for the greatest All Black captain of all time?
Oh, there's a few greats, isn't there?
There's one.
Hey?
Surely there's only
Christian
one.
Cullen.
The Cully ever?
The Gully Weaver. I don't know.
He's my favourite All Black, but
Yeah.
But he was the man.
should have
Imagine
been
growing
captain.
up in Wellington and having Lomu,
oh,
Umaga,
I know.
and Cullen.
That's why I can't believe you still don't have that love and passion for
Don't
your
do
team.
that.
I'm
Don't
just
do
saying.
that. Hey, don't you dare do
Just
that.
saying.
Hey, before we move on quickly, I don't know when else we're going to get the chance to talk about this. But Michael Jordan, who is arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, doesn't do anything besides from sell shoes,
let's
smoke
talk about it,
cigars,
boy.
and play some golf and sit on a yacht. Is going to commentate. And can I be honest with you? I don't want it. I know.
Why?
I feel like a 3-year-old want not eating their vegetables.
Are you scared he's going to disappoint?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Bro, when you're the GOAT,
Yes.
lad, you say whatever you want. It's heard.
Oh,
It's heard.
Yeah, this is super interesting, Brook, because I would never have thought of that from you because you don't hear a lot from Michael Jordan.
He don't say
Hey,
nothing.
boys, now let me speak to you from a bit of experience in the
Go on then.
the broadcast world. Now, let's not expect him to be calling games like, black and white. He going to be that color, right? He going to be the little pops of analysis. Like, don't expect him to walk in there and be a Tom Brady off the bat.
You know what I expect him to be?
Nah.
Nah, man, he trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
nah.
going to just add
Yeah,
his,
man,
he's going
you
to be
can't
his,
finish a layup.
He's going to be his Shaq.
You can't finish a layup. Get
All right.
off the court, my boy. Back in my day, I would have backed him down.
All
Bop,
right.
bop, fade away, give him something. Now, things
But-
like that, I actually won't mind it.
Boys, I did read, though, the reason for him doing this. Did you
Oh,
guys
I
see
haven't
that?
read it. See, I don't have
So
the
this
reason.
was interesting, right? He actually alluded to that his following, all right, the Jordan fans, the GOAT discussions. He actually he looks at them as being a little bit toxic, all right, and he doesn't like the way.
That's cool.
Yeah, for the culture of basketball, this whole debate around who's the GOAT, like He doesn't like the angle that his base is adding to that debate.
Wow.
Yeah,
fire, man.
Which
That's
I
a really cool reasoning.
yeah. So he wanted to step in, and he actually wants to give flowers to the current players.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I had this.
Oh, I
I
didn't
just
know that. Well, now I want it.
Yeah. So
I
I
had this
read
cold
that.
Should've led
flush
with
come
that.
I
over me
actually
then.
thought I sent it to you guys. Nah, I mustn't have sent that
No,
one.
I didn't get
we
that one.
send each other a heap of stuff,
Yes,
right?
it
But
gets
like,
lost in the sauce.
yeah.
Because
So,
the risk of bringing somebody out into the public arena who hasn't been in it for some time by choice and hasn't probably been challenged by a lot of people in the sense that, you know how you get to an age where your views and no one's challenging you, they can be a little off, they
Yeah.
can be a little back past the line of what's acceptable.
Yeah.
I
Challenge
was
him, though,
scared
eh?
we were going to have like a, it was a Carl Malone that came out with some pretty out the gate stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just because they put a mic in front of him. I was scared, no, MJ's not going to do this. Like he could do, but that shows that it's a super cool reason.
yeah,
why
because
he's
the
done it.
narrative for a long time, it also stayed in this article, now it's come back to me, was that Jordan was in support of the messaging.
messaging,
Because he just
right.
stayed silent. But now he reckons it's got to a point where it's like, guys, I'm just coming out to just let's try change the way we view these basketball players and how we don't have to continue to have these discussions that will never be solved.
That's super
essentially.
cool.
So pretty cool.
Well, it's not about the money either. I just looked up his net worth, 3.5 billion.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you just need to do it then.
3.5 billion.
know.
But to be fair, if he's commentating like a Charlotte Brooklyn game on a Thursday night, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in that case, even though I don't really want him to do it,
Nah,
after hearing
100%.
that,
I'm tuning in. I can't wait for the first social clip of MJ on the mic. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
is he going to be Mike on the mic?
Ooh.
There you go. There's
we
the
go.
$1 million question. If he's Mike on the mic, then he might be the GOAT.
Are we starting with Betcha Match Ups today, or are we going into something else? Nah?
Do you want to get straight into the origin?
Shall we?
Shall we? Should we
Shall
change it
we?
up a
Mix
bit?
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm
Do you want to
with
go
it.
into
Yeah,
it?
I reckon
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
off the
yeah.
press, boys, because
Okay.
there's something.
There's so much to talk about. Let's get straight into it. This week,
Boys, Shaun Hub looks a little bit different, all right? Because we ain't talking X's and O's.
Tell him, Spence.
All right? Boys, there was something I saw, all right? And it was one when the great man, Spencer Lemieux, came on the field, all right?
After a tremendous strike, and I just chucked that in there, Bizza flying to the corner.
All right? Now, this right here, all right? Take X's and O's out of it. This just showed the intent and the mindset around the opposing sides, all right? You got one angle on New South Wales, one angle on Queensland. Okay, now, what made this clip interesting to me? Pause, okay? Pussies, all right? We heard Big
Tell
Spence
him.
say.
Tell
Huh?
him.
Say it again for me.
Pussies, rhymes with
Oh.
Are we allowed to say that? I don't know where the line was.
Okay.
Sorry, I got carried away. Look, I got carried away.
Okay, just play it on a little bit, all right? Spencer says what he spends. I love this NO, by the way, all right? Okay, now what makes this clip like insane is that Queensland have made a decision here to kick away from Spencer. Now the question could be I guess it could be said that maybe they'll maybe they'll kick in that way all night.
Tactical.
Right? But no. This was a win mentally for Spencer and the Blues because the very first kickoff of the game, which way did they kick, boys?
They kicked it to the right side.
No, they didn't. They kicked it to the...
kick left.
They kicked left. But
Right
like-
side on TV, they
Yeah,
usually
right
on
side.
side.
Right
Sorry,
side for New
on
South
TV.
Wales.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Forgive me.
Mitch Barnett, great carry. First carry of Origin Series. Set the tone. Loved it. But what do they do when Spencer comes on the field, boys? Now, I want to plant the seed here. They have got a chance to go after the Alpha Queensland. In their own backyard, Brook.
You know, I like to because they made him public enemy number one all week.
All week.
We need to get him.
So
Spence
that-
from the back fence. You ain't want it.
On their very first chance to do that in the Origin Arena, in the Mecca of Rugby League. What do? They kicked away from him!
And they got him on TV talking about it too.
It's just such a crazy shift.
Oi, that's a win though, right? That's a win. New
Like-
South Wales knew they won that already.
Let me ask you, Matua, Queensland, what did you feel in that moment?
Don't ask. You know what? As soon as I saw him, and I'm not entirely sure what he is saying.
He's saying,
We could have
No,
missed.
let's
let
call
me-
a spade a spade.
He's called.
He said these
Pussies.
pussies. That's how he said it.
It was
too.
with a B too.
It was-
Pussies.
It was deflating. It was absolutely deflating. It was a feeling. It was like oh goodness. Come on now. We should be going straight at him at home.
Fight
exactly.
fire with fire in
right.
our own backyard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he was in the. Do you know what I like too? Because it's in your own backyard.
Yeah.
You've been talking about it all week. You get this chance, and then when the man is in the kitchen, you're not doing any cooking.
Yeah.
Like he was there, right
Okay.
in the belly of the beast. You served up something different.
Now, this game was so much more than this carry, right?
But that's when I knew we won.
This was a statement, this was when you know the writing was on the wall. Whatever happened now, New South Wales had the upper hand in just that mindset of, bro, we are here. We are here because as much as our game is about X's and O's, you don't show up with that.
That's X's and O's.
That is Origin X's and O's more than anything, right? That's what that looks like. So I just want to say, man, Spence, like, hey.
Spence from the back fence,
Spence
baby.
from the back fence, right? You made an Origin team kick away from you. That's gangster.
Yeah, well done.
All right? Now, Queensland, if I'm them, I'm going, look, boys, we mucked up there. Okay, I know he's the best carry, all right? We can be tactical all we want, but there's times where you just got to fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
And you got your dogs. You guys, boys, we're kicking a Spence. Let's get after him because that's what we've spoken about doing all week.
Absolutely.
All right?
And that was the first chance they had to go at him.
Game
you
one.
want the smoke? Let's fill your lungs, baby.
I know it's game one, boys, but that was a statement right there and then. Be interested to see how they respond in game two.
Oh, yeah, I love that was our Shaun Hub.
That was a
I
short
love that was our
Here I
Shaun
am
Hub,
talking
baby.
about the physicality.
Yes, that's the best Shaun Hub.
Oh,
we've
so
done.
good to be able to talk about this from the couches, boys.
Shout out to New South, baby. We won on
Well
the board.
done, New South. Well done, lads. Unreal.
Play on.
So, yeah, let me see.
So, take them off just quickly because this is a different conversation now, right? That
Glad we
was
got
one of,
that
that
out
was
the
one
way,
of the nicer feeling Shaun Hubs because I didn't have to overthink things. Didn't have to explain X's and O's, and we just got to talk about intent.
Can I ask you something, Shaun? Because, and I feel like this is probably
Holy
sitting
good
on the
Lord.
minds of all Queensland
have a
fans
breath.
at the moment. Do we? I don't think like Billy Slater's going to be under the pump for game two. He's going to be under the pump for the rest of the series, but I don't see Queensland having any other stock that they could bring in to win the game physically. It felt like they were physically beaten into submission last night. Can you win a game of rugby league without winning the physical battle? Because I don't think they're ever going to be able to win against the Payne Haas and the likes of, those.
Frickie was good too, man.
Is there a way to win a game of rugby league without winning the physical battle?
My gut feels like I should say no. Okay, but if I say no, then that kind of rules out Queensland being able to make something of the series, right? So just let me sit in this a little bit. Let me digest ways that I sort of saw Queensland try to maybe counter that physicality. And in particular, early on, you could see Queensland's game plan right from the outset was to move the ball. Okay, so when you've got a side that wants to play up and down football, so straight up the field like New South Wales, where they rely on their athleticism, their power, right? The flip side of that is, okay, how can we counter it? We can counter it by moving the footy. We can counter it by making those middles, those physical, powerful middles, travel
middles.
and having to cover ground. We can counter it by high completions, turning the ball over in the good parts of the field. But if you aren't somewhat going to, at some point, like a Spencer Leniu off a kickoff, address it and go toe-to-toe at some point, then I don't think you can win a game of footy. Right? So my argument here is, right, like, I think Queensland showed last night that they are better at moving the footy in yardage than what New South Wales. I don't think that was ever a part of New South Wales' game plan. So if you can somewhat nullify the physical element to the game, and to me, that was a big missed stop. That's why we just spoke about on Shaun Hub with going, you know what, like, yeah, we want to play this brand because, okay, you got your Payne Haas's, your Mitch Barnett's, the likes, your Spencer Lenius, that, yeah, like 1-for-1, you're going to beat us. But we are going to move you around. We're going to shuffle the decks on you. And then when we get the opportunity, we're going to swarm you with numbers like off a kickoff to show you that we're still here.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's something in that recipe.
I think the word you used there was nullify. You didn't use like try and dominate it, like try and go to their game plan. It's just nullifying it. It's tuning up at certain points to make them go, okay.
Queensland looked at their best when they moved the ball.
Because they do have firepower.
Right, they do. And they've got strike in their centres and speed with Hammer. And you
Hammer
can see
and
what they were trying to do, right?
Ponga out the back.
Ponga, but at some point off the back of that ruck speed, you're going to have to get your boys to get over the ad line and crash through that middle front door. Just to make sure that, boys, just so you know.
Keeping him honest.
Hey, don't think that you ain't going to have to hit us at some point, you know?
But to that point, how good was Stephen Crichton yesterday?
Yeah.
Because he shut down everything on the edges. They didn't even get a chance out that side. He is incredible. His reads. When I was watching him on the defensive end, I'm just going, to me, he looked like he was in that position. 2 or 3 steps above everybody else.
Yeah,
He
no.
was incredible.
It's well said, bro. It's well said. He is just quickly establishing himself as the centre of the comp, right?
I'm glad he's so old and we don't have to put up with this.
That's what makes it scarier. But like, I love the difference in dynamics of the two teams. Because boys, remember when we sat here a couple of weeks, or whenever we did that Frankham Rankham, and we played them off against each other, and it came out that New South Wales had maybe 3 of the 4 better pockets of right.
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like last night. It just looked like they were better positionally, individually, on paper than what we thought Queensland could bring. But what I did really like, and I guess it's almost like their Achilles heel at sometimes because they actually made a few errors when they tried to do it.
They did, eh?
Which obviously just pumps the New South Wales tyres up even more, and that becomes even more of an avalanche, even more of a snowball, was moving the footy, playing back through with good support, just finding ruck speed. Because the one thing that'll take the contact out is movement around the ball.
Yeah.
You can't launch into contact if you've got multiple players moving around the ball.
And it built frustration too, because that Harry Grant penalty, that's something you never see.
Yeah,
Just
never see, bro.
the kicking of the ball halfway through, it's just
Yeah.
that.
Look-
it is a snowball, eh?
Boys, like, it is a snowball and it is an uphill push for Queensland. It really is. I think we saw that last night. Like, we're lucky Cleary, well, you know, for Queensland fans, you're lucky Cleary couldn't kick last night, and you're lucky Lomax missed a sitter. Otherwise, that's sort of looking like a 20-point win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did enjoy Lomax taking. Look, I'll take this. And then missing it.
Here goes, mate. Here
that was
goes.
Bro, what's the deal with that though? Because
Cleary should have kicked it. If I'm Cleary, I'm not giving up the easiest kick of the night.
Right.
What, bloke, I missed 3 from the chalk, and now you want me to give up the easiest one? And then all of a sudden, Lomax goes out and goes, man, I got it. And he pulls it. I'm like, oh, bro, that's the worst.
Bro, what's the deal with that? Because they talked that halfway through the game and they go, I don't know if it was Freddie or who said it, but he goes, go check the balls.
Yeah.
Like, is that a thing?
Nah, I mean, boys, like, things happen in league, right? Like, it's like some days you feel it, some days you're hitting the ball good. Might have even been like from those parts of the field.
And they weren't givens, right?
From especially Cleary's kicks. Like, he could have been slipping a little bit. Who knows, mate? You kicked a couple of years ago out in the mud. Hey,
Hey, man, it's easier said than done, isn't it?
yes, exactly right.
You know,
But-
happens to the best of us.
Mate, I like in terms of the series moving forward, it's going to be a battle of okay. We know what New South Wales is going to do.
Yeah.
Right. Clean as. Right. We're just going to play you physically. We're going to play you with our athleticism. Right. And we're going to keep competing and just keep showing up for one another. To more of the savviness, the smarts of a Billy Slater type player. You can see it filtering through his team where we got to move the ball a little bit, boys. We got to understand that we don't quite match from 1-on-1. But we've got to continue to complete at a high rate and turn the ball over in good spots.
You know, as you've mentioned this and you've showed out you've pulled apart the 2 game plans. I had a feeling of Billy's got to go. Like, but it's not a Billy thing.
Billy's
though,
got to
right?
go?
Nah,
No. I felt like we weren't creative enough, or it just wasn't working the game plan. But what you've said here is you don't have a lot of choice, and they were trying things, and it did kind of work, but it's just not.
Still have a good
There's no one
team.
to blame here, right? It's just a really good
I will
team.
throw something out there right now. And I hate to say this because I've got so much admiration and respect for this player, right? But I think they need to make a change with Cherry Evans. Okay? Now, I just think what I saw last night was no one really ripping into the line to sit defenders until Tommy Dearden came on.
Yeah, he was good.
He just changed the movement of the defensive line. You know, like you look at Cleary last night and the manipulation he was able to cause defensively. He was going direct into out, similar to what we saw from Izzy Katoa when we did that breakdown.
I'm
a few
watching
weeks.
it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm
You
seeing
saw
him
that,
straighten
right?
up the line.
So he just goes into out, and you just see the defense have to sit, like they can't slide off and help. Right, that makes the edges come up and panic, like we saw with that Silky try to tackle in the corner.
That was.
Okay, that's what it looks like. Now, with Cherry Evans and Munster in particular, Munster's always going to be a little bit more lateral, but then come off and straighten up at second phase. Like, I like the idea of Tommy Dearden just sitting that defensive line, and he will run the footy too.
He'll dummy it.
He will
tough,
dummy.
eh?
He
He's
will
so
dummy.
tough.
That'll put threat into, I guess, previewing that. Boys, no shows off Dearden, no shows off Dearden. So instantly you've got a defensive line sitting for a second later. Think about it, right?
That changes the whole
It just changes things, and then it allows Ponga to inject his speed. Like, I just think, and I love Daly Cherry Evans. He's one of the best players I've ever played against.
You guys grew up together.
Like, right? He's the guy I always looked eye to eye with, always trying to compete myself against and just go toe to toe with. But I just think, watching last night, yeah, Tommy Dearden might be a better go for him.
Interesting.
I just get the belt off your shoulder, Brook. You won 1 game.
Hopefully
don't let
that's
this-
given. Hopefully that's given Queensland a
Don't
little
let
bit
me
of
be
life.
the omen.
All right.
Don't let me be the reason
Oh,
that
that
this
was
doesn't
good
work.
chat, boys. I love that. No, way to sit in it. Way to be able to talk about it night after.
Night after is nice, eh?
Hey, that
Oh,
feels so good.
It's
Sorry,
just
to have someone
disappointing I stayed up so late for that night. Well done, Shaun.
Play on.
All right, time for your Betcha matchups for this week. And gentlemen,
This is our last one, right?
it is our last
Oh,
one of the
thank
season.
the Lord.
Mark, can I jump in here?
I love you, Betcha, but god damn.
Shaun, I'm going to give you a chance.
Oh, don't do
I'm going to give you a chance because I know you actually don't want to sit down there
Bro,
for
I'll
24
leave.
hours.
If you're going to try belittle me again, I will flip this whole joint on its head, I swear to God. I will have one last crash out, and I don't care. I'll put it all on the line.
1 week takes all.
What?
What?
1 week takes all.
Deal. Yep, you belittle me all you want, mate. You can't take that back. No, I am him.
Brooke,
all right? Yeah,
can
you-
I just say, Brooke?
No,
I'm not
no,
going
it's
down
already
there.
done.
I'm doing it, but Shaun doesn't have to do it if he can win the week. Like, I want everything to ride on this week.
Hang on a sec. So there's nothing in it for you? This is just you gifting him
This is
the
me gifting it
opportunity.
to him.
Wow.
This is me.
It's not
gifting
double
him
or nothing?
It's
This-
not double or nothing. You have the chance here. I want this to all ride on this 1 week, Mark.
Shaun, does our friend know
I
how to
haven't
bet?
cared in
You gotta win
8 weeks.
I hope you don't have a Betcha account.
That's not how betting works.
Hear me out, guys. Wait.
So if you win this week,
I don't got to go do that stream.
you don't have to do the 24-hour stream.
But if you win,
26 hours of it.
Is that what we're up to,
okay,
Mark?
Shut up. But what is it like? Do you need a?
I don't need anything at
A
this
fine
point.
by me?
I don't need anything at this point.
Am I hearing this correct? Is there,
Read the
I
small
want
writing.
everything
Look at
to
this
matter
small-
this week.
Is there a terms and conditions to this? Make
Okay,
sure
you know what? He said it.
I've said
Our MVPs have
I've
heard
said
it.
what I said.
Let's do it.
It comes down to 1 week.
Wow.
And 1
I,
week
you know
only.
what I reckon? I reckon Kayla's put it on him. I reckon
behind the
Kayla's called him on the side saying,
Yeah.
"You better find a way to get him out of this, otherwise you."
Poor Kayla's in the middle of it, eh? I'm going, your husband's an idiot. Shaun's going, fucking your best friend's an idiot. She's going, you two are both idiots.
Radio MVPs, you've heard it
Here
here
we go.
first. This week will be the decider of the entire season.
Because what's
No
the count
doubles or
right
nothing.
now? Mark is like 9-2.
It
You
is
know-
a little low. Yep.
Okay, there's one thing that I do request then. If he has put this, you've got first pick.
Wait, now you're making orders?
No, you've got first pick because you need to have majority of
Oh,
the picks.
okay. You're saying that I get the. Okay, yeah, fair. Okay.
Just that's the thing I can sort of.
You've gifted back.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I just feel like that's kind of.
He's a giving man, Shaun Johnson. All right, let's get into
no,
pick number
he's
one
looked
then.
at it and he's gone the Warriors and he wants the Warriors. What? Honestly, at this point, I'll give you what you want.
Oh, here we
Have
go.
what
Hurry
you
up. No,
need.
go. Okay, let's go, Martu.
All right, matchup number one. We're headed to the US Women's Open Golf. That's tonight. It kicks off. So, well, they don't kick it off. They tee off. Lydia Ko, top 5 finish. $5 is what it's paying at Betcha. Currently sits third in the Rolex Women's World Rankings. Lydia Ko. Can our Lydia Ko have a
You
top
know the
5
deal, Mark.
finish?
Lydia Ko, Lydia, let's go. I'm locking that in, baby.
Top 5.
Top 5 for Lydia Ko. I would be a fool after the year that she has had. Olympic champion. She's won everything else since then.
Yeah.
To not come top 5.
Yeah.
To go against the great one. To go against our greatest golfer of all time.
Love it.
Shoot me down right now. I'm going against her.
All right.
Lydia Ko, let's go.
Sports matchup number 2, and it is Super Rugby, 7 on
what you
Saturday.
gonna do?
The big game that everyone will be watching simply because, of course,
you
Moana
gonna
Pacifica trying to force their way into
Team
the
list
playoffs.
out yet?
Nah, put your phone down.
A team list out yet?
Hurricanes paying
Nah, they actually won't
$1.25.
be. Nah,
Hosting
they won't be.
Moana Pacifica.
Promise they won't be.
Over to you, Shaun.
I swear.
Thursday.
But at this time, they come out Thursday night or Thursday afternoon.
Far out. Are Hurricanes got anything to play for? In terms of like keeping a home final spot?
I believe they are playing for a home. They're fourth on the table. I wouldn't like. They probably don't want to see a loss. I'll have to do the math on that. It's a great
know what?
question.
Actually, no, I lied. Sorry. I just see the Hurricanes squad this morning. Sorry, the squads are out. Have a look. I swear. No, they are.
Anyone out? Just tell me anyone out.
The Hurricanes gone full squad.
They've gone full squad.
Full squad.
Okay, Hurricanes all day.
You're locking in the Hurricanes.
Let's go the 03. Wait, oh no, that's Christchurch. Yeah.
They do currently
fourth.
sit fourth.
I take back everything I've just given this stuff.
Let's
they do,
go.
Just quickly, they do currently sit fourth. There are 6 teams that make it through into the playoffs, so they are out of the home kind of hosting equation because the Brumbies are so far ahead.
Okay, but that's fine.
But Moana's fighting. If Moana
still-
wins, they go through.
yeah, but they want to hit the finals, not off a loss. I don't think so. Yeah, I'll go Hurricanes.
They were full
Hurricanes.
squad too.
Hurricanes.
Artie going back home.
What do you reckon? No, you hummed.
I mean, if there's a game that they're going to win,
Artie
Moana,
going home.
the entire culture.
Artie going home.
Nah. I'm going Hurricanes. Let's go,
You
boys.
hear what I said?
Let's go.
Artie going home.
Okay, you take Artie. You take Moana.
Yep, Brooke gets Moana by
I'm
default.
going to that game too. I'm going to go.
Are you in Willie's?
I'm going down to Willie's, yeah.
What's that going to be like, Brook? Is there going to be? Do you reckon they'll obviously? I feel like Hurricanes fans are going to cheer for Artie. It's going to be
100%.
100%. I know when Bodie went back the first time, it was it was a little bit of animosity back there. But Artie going back home, Artie wanted to play for the Hurricanes. Artie has a storyline. Artie is Artie went home a couple of weeks ago. I was talking to my friend, and he was like, he just gets bombarded. Like everyone just cannot get enough of Artie. So he'll get cheered, man. He'll get applauded like no other. I would imagine anyway. I would imagine Artie going home, he'll get the round of applause he deserves.
There's something cool about Artie to Moana Pacifica and something not cool about Bodie to the Blues, though, right?
That's exact. I was about to say that.
Yep.
Great point, Marc.
Very good point.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
very
let's
good point.
move on to sports matchup number 3, and that is UEFA's Champions League final. Gentlemen, this is probably out of all of our warehouse, to be fair, but I have found out it is Paris Saint-Germain paying $1.60 versus Inter Milan at $2.20. Now, Paris are looking to finally prove that they belong in the Champions League as a star team rather than a team of stars. It's a battle of the two underdogs, really. Neither team were expected up against big opposition on the way through to the finals.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's no.
Are you asking Hendo for help?
I'm asking Hendo and
These
Nix.
two boys here that sit
Well, I got
football.
I got savants
gods.
with me right now.
All
You know,
right.
they both went PSG. I know there's no Kylian and but.
Is it true that
I'm gonna stay with PSG.
He's just left and they've made it. And I saw this story around how he left another team and they went on to make it type thing.
But he's done well though. Like he's had a heck of a year at Real Madrid.
Yeah, right. But
He's broken the records. But to that point,
yeah, I was like, oh damn, man, that would be hard to watch.
I'm a lock in PSG.
But I still hope the Warriors make the GF this year.
I was just saying. That's a strange storyline.
I'll be real happy for them. Nah,
I didn't even think of that. Okay, yeah, I'm going PSG. I'm going there. Wait, hold on. Because I'm doing so much in this, can I get 2 options? Can I go draw or win?
Oh, that's going to be over to Shaun.
Because now Shaun's having 2 options, and I've opened this whole thing up for him. So, Marc, I ain't going to you, Shaun.
it's a final.
Oh, so it's a final?
Good lord, lad, you can't draw a final.
So someone's got to win today. At the end of the day, there'll be a winner, eh?
This is crazy, bro. Here we are, a knowledgeable sports show, guys.
Hendo, take that last 10 seconds out of the show. Thank you so much.
Holy crap.
All right,
It's
so
final?
that means
So,
Shaun,
went
you'll
PSG?
be rooting for the Italians.
Let's go, boys.
All right.
Oh, wait.
No, that's me.
That's French. Holy shit.
This show sucks.
All right, let's move through to sports matchup number 4 before we get cancelled or make other mistakes. It is the NRL, something we know well enough. Sunday, 4 p.m, the Rabbitohs hosting our Warriors. Rabbitohs paying $2.05 for the Warriors at $1.77.
Okay, hear me out on this. Do I just go away where it's a win-win for me?
You got to think bigger. You got to think bigger
Like,
picture
is
right now.
that a
'cause
fair statement?
You got 26 hours
Say,
on the
like,
line.
I choose Rabbitohs for this. Okay, they win, at least I sort of get something out of it.
You're asking about happiness insurance.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then if the Warriors, like,
That's good, Marc.
which
I
I
think
think they will win,
So you win-win.
but you know what I mean? It's like just that little bit of like
I did
backstop.
it, mate. I did it last week on my Betcha account. I took $20 on Canberra just because I didn't want to feel.
Like, fully.
Yeah.
So,
You got a stream that you have to think about too, though.
so true.
Oh, imagine how happy you'll be when you win the league and they win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm going Warriors. Yeah,
Warriors!
all day.
Cool.
100%.
Locking in the Warriors. That means, Brook, you've got the Rabbitohs. Anything you like out of the Rabbitohs team, or you're just going to.
Latrell scares me backing up if he does. Like, I just think he's in that zone at the moment.
Will Mitch back up?
Yeah, Barnes will back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Man,
How
he was
sore must
colourful.
you be, bro?
Oh,
I played a game of social basketball last night. I can barely walk. These guys
Yeah.
doing Origin 3 days later. They're playing rugby league.
I know, especially Mitch. Like, Mitch, the way he plays the game, he limps out of most 80 minutes.
Yeah.
And that next day is very stiff for him. So he'll just be recovery. And he'll show up.
no
One
bitch.
thing you know about Mitch Barnett, right? he has never failed to show up with the right attitude.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Show up and show out. And Fisher's back too. Oh,
Yeah.
damn, that's tough.
Let's go, Waz. Let's go, boys.
All right, and that leaves you, Brook, to take out the last of the leagues. This is our NBA
Bro,
comeback.
this is gonna be close, bro.
Well-
I feel like this could come down to this.
Really?
Will any of the 1 and 3 teams currently in the NBA playoffs come back and make the finals? We've got the Timberwolves, who are 1 game, and versus the Thunder, who have won 3. And then we've got the Knicks, who've won 1 game, versus the Pacers.
Before you give us your insights,
Yeah.
Are you surprised in particular with the Knicks Pacers series? Did you think?
Yeah, I am.
Hey,
I am. Yeah, absolutely. Well, if Nemhart doesn't go, was it Nemhart who went on that crazy run at the end of
Yes.
game one.
game one?
Yeah.
Which was like historic. That thing that he did was historic.
Yeah.
It's a 2-2 series, and then it looks so different. Yeah. But the way Tyrese is playing, and maybe, forgive me because I haven't watched a Pacers game in 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe he's always played like this, but the world has finally seen it. I'm so surprised at how good he is, and I couldn't stand his game, and over the last...
I thought his
Well,
game
since-
was similar
since
to yours back in the day.
Well, the stat line, yeah, but performance and visually very different. Bro, he is the man. He had a 30-point triple-double
that was on you.
with no turnovers, and he played 38 minutes. And if you have a triple-double, you're being aggressive. If you have 15 assists, you're being aggressive. You're trying to attack every single chance you get, and he had no turnovers.
Because his dad was allowed back in the building.
Free pups,
I
baby.
seen him up in the nose
Way
days.
With the thing. Yeah, I am
So,
surprised.
what's your pick for this then?
I am going to go, I hate to say it, neither team will make a comeback and win the series. I think that Pacers, that first one, Timberwolves Thunder, I think the Thunder get that. They have 2 chances at home, but I think they get the next one, which will be, is that today?
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
today.
we've pre-recorded this before it would have
Okay.
come out.
Yeah, that's today.
I'll go no. I think the finals is Thunder Pacers.
Okay, before we finish, wrap that. Can I get a cat impersonation from each of you, please?
Oh my God. After all that.
That's a foul. The zestiest center in the history of the NBA, bro.
I love watching him, mate. I love it so much.
But he was on my fantasy team this year, and he was a beast, so yeah.
All right, there we have it, boys.
All right, so Shaun, despite all the AI, I just saw a post the other day saying AI has predicted it. At least one of those teams will come back. So he's going against.
I
Yeah.
care about this week,
Yeah,
baby.
I've
Yeah.
got to feel. I don't think the Knicks are done with. As
I
much
hope
as
they're not.
as much as I love Ant, I think the winner of the whole thing's out of the West.
Yes.
You know, but I don't think the Knicks are absolutely done.
I don't
just
think
yet.
they are too, because they have 2 chances at home.
Yeah.
The Garden will be rocking tomorrow. Then
But-
they have to go back and win in Indy. But if you can get it to Game 7,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you have to win that one at home. It's gonna be hard on the road.
They can snag one in
But if
Indy.
you can get it back to the Garden in Game 7, 100% they can.
So
do it.
Brook went Lydia for
Lydia.
matchup 1.
for a top 5 finish.
I've gone Hurricanes.
Hurricanes to win against Moana Pacifica.
Brook went PSG.
Yeah.
Champions League final winners.
He went win or draw. And I went Warriors.
Warriors to win for Shaun.
Yeah, and Brook has gone no team will make a comeback.
None of the 1 and 3 teams will make a comeback to make the NBA finals.
This is
Bro.
what it's supposed to
This
feel
might
like.
have been the look I needed, boys.
It's resting on this week.
I'm back in it, boys. I'm back in it. I love Betcha.
Just quickly too, if you'd like to take part, Betcha, of course, will put up our 3-leg multi. What we've gone with this week is Hurricanes to win in their Super Rugby matchup.
Yep.
Actually, I think we might have gone Moana Pacifica. It's Moana Pacifica at 370. We've taken the juicy money.
Ooh, did we?
Yes, we're going with Lydia Co to get a top 5 finish.
Absolutely.
And finally, our Warriors to dominate the Rabbitohs
Up
at
the Waz.
$1.77. Remember, there's a little QR code you'll see up on the screen now. Click on that, take you straight to the bed. Thank you, Betcha. It's been a heavy Origin show, I'm going to be honest with you. But I just wanted to throw this out there. One of the major storylines as we approach the All Blacks naming their first squad of the 2025 season, the conversation has been heaving around who should be our All Black captain. So I thought, hey, if you guys want to discuss who you think should be, by all means, do so. Here, now's your chance to do it.
I'm going
Look,
Artie.
I'm going Artie, but I
Can
also
we just go with it?
we 100%.
Let's just say it, bro. Let's just leave it at that. Just say Artie Savia.
But do you know why it's not going to happen?
Why?
Because I just found out where the announcement of the All Black squad is happening, and it's happening in the Naki at the Barrett's club room. So can you imagine if they went down to the Naki and went, hold on, Scott Barrett, we got a new captain. His name is Artie Savia.
Oh, you might be right. I didn't realise that.
But I just found this out.
Clearly,
Which is a narrative, so you go, you can't change
yeah. I think we've
nothing.
touched on this before. Clearly, we're missing something with Scott Barrett. Then, clearly, he must be like.
He's got that relationship already with Razor.
Yeah, but even like it's not just about relationship with coach, right? Obviously, Razor's now into his second sort of year with him. You know, like initially, yeah, cool. Yeah, hey mate, I just need you to do a job for me for the first year of my role. You
Yeah.
know, but like I'm not making any promises long term, whatever. But the fact that if this is how it's going to play out, we're missing something with him because to skip your country is obviously elite, and for someone of I guess in our minds, not having the stature in the game of someone like Artie.
Spiritual. It's spiritual with Artie, and that's kind of what you need.
We're
right?
missing something there. So,
And it's never anything against Scott Barrett. He's one of
No.
the greatest players in the country. It's just that.
And the nicest dudes, too.
And the nicest dudes. And I feel sorry for him as our captain that he has to kind of sit in this
Hard
smoke.
out.
But you just...
this is what we do, eh? Because we're the media.
Call a spade
Well,
spade
this is
sometimes,
what-
man. Artie is Artie.
This is what rugby
I like
faces, is that you've got such a ultra intelligent audience in terms of like they're so engaged with it, like they've been brought up with it, that they all have an opinion that they all feel qualified to be able to speak on. Some other sports don't get that luxury where it doesn't matter. So yeah, if you're All Black captain, you're going to be discussed.
League doesn't.
So
Who's the captain? Fish. Sweet.
we've got a blind Frankum
bad,
to
though.
celebrate best All Black captains. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a name, and 1 to 5, you've got to try to decide where on your rankings you're going to put him. 1 will be number 1, obviously.
Yeah.
2, number 2 in all time. Number 3, all time.
Yeah,
Number
5.
But
We
you
got
will
5.
not know what names are coming up next.
5 is right, baby. 5 is right.
Blind Frankum, here we go. Where are we putting All Black captain Ruben Thorne?
5.
5.
Ruben Thorne?
Yep,
5?
5.
All right. Where would we like to put All Black captain Buck Shelford?
Now we're getting dirty. Okay.
He lost the ball for the country. Don't
I
get much,
just got that. I was like, what?
they don't get much better than that. 3?
He's just a bit before our time, but hey.
3? Inspired the
pretty
Hucker? 3?
Yeah.
And I feel disrespectful. The country will come for us.
Who have we got? Like, who have we got in and around that?
Richie Tunner,
Kieran.
Kieran.
Yeah,
He'll
okay,
probably
go
chuck-
3.
Artie has captain before. He'll probably chuck Artie in there somewhere.
But you can't put him in terms of All Black captains.
True, good point.
Like,
Good point. Good
yeah.
point. 3. Let's go 3.
Nice.
3 feels safe.
All right, so All Black captain Tana Umanga.
Yeah, shit. Sorry. I'm going to go like 2, bro. He was, because he did it for a stint, hey?
Bro, he was the man.
And I just remember him doing the back slaps and the huckers, and he's just like iconic for the culture.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm going 2.
I'll go 2. He was my babysitter growing up. How cool was that?
That's pretty.
That was a flex. He used to make me pancakes.
That you name drop that all
all the time, bro.
All the-
So
Imagine Tunner being your...
Yeah, hard out.
Oh, God. I was the man back in the day.
Your 2, 3, and 5 is taken.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
All right, moving through to the next All Black captain Richie McCaw.
1.
Y'all made this too easy for
Come
us,
on,
guys.
I mean, this is a
Yeah.
hot list already. Now you're
We
going to
nailed it. Oi.
Now he's shuffling the deck over there, boys. You're going to do something
What we gonna do
absolutely
here?
stupid. Come on now, Richie 1.
And
Who else is
finally on the list, Kieran Reid. All
Yeah.
Black
4.
captain Kieran Reid.
We nailed that.
Yeah, bro.
We nailed
I'm so
that.
happy with that.
That was a not bad. That's not
That's a
bad at
whole
all.
list.
we
bro.
did well. It's like we knew the list.
Blind Frankum. I feel like you boys dominated that list.
Can-
Hey,
can
for
you
any
read it back
MVPs,
to us?
So you've got at number 1, Richie McCaw.
Bang.
Number 2, Tana Umanga.
Bang.
Number 3, Buck Shelford.
Bang.
And number 4, Kieran Reid.
Bang.
And number 5, Ruben Thorne.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
Come here, my
Oi,
boy.
we nailed that.
Sorry, man. I'm so happy with that.
That's unity, baby.
That was well
That's
done.
symmetry. We're on the same page.
Super well done. Nice place to where we can leave off the show.
Yes.
Hey, it's all this week, boys. Good luck for your Betcha Match Ups.
Boys,
It all comes down to this
Just
week.
want to say to the MVPs, hey, ride this with me, please. Get me out of this dumbass punishment. Hey, come on now. Wish me luck.
Have a good weekend, baby. New
Guys,
South.
enjoy
We
your
on the
sport.
board, baby. That's 1.
Love yous.
Boosties.
Lamborghini. Look out the speed! Shaun Johnson! Aguero! It's over! Pass is intercepted at the goal line. In your life have you seen anything like that? Elliott hits it over the grandstand! And New Zealand are in the World Cup final!
Play on.